Hi guys, welcome to Mike Reviews It All. I'm going to jump right into this. Pretty pissed today. I'm reading the Washington Times article, some other articles out there. Jordan B. Peterson's YouTube account has been locked during biblical series. No explanation. If anybody doesn't know who this guy is, this is the supposedly controversial president from the University of Toronto, Dr. Jordan Peterson, who refuses to be PC. He stands against the new law, I believe C-16 in Canada, basically giving them unlimited power to fine people for speech. It's starting out now with calling people by the wrong gender or surnames, which include 57 of them. The University of Toronto's Dr. Jordan Peterson turned to famous friends Tuesday after his YouTube account was locked with no explanation, according to the Washington Times. The clinical psychologist who shot to fame in 2016 for opposition to Canada's C-16 bill, critics called him transphobic for his refusal to use genderless pronouns, and Google is refusing to give him access to his YouTube account. The timing coincides with attempts to upload a new installment of his biblical lecture series, which has garnered over 1 million views. I don't believe he is a Christian or has any religious affiliation. If I'm wrong on that, someone go ahead and correct me. He says, Google is refusing to reinstate my account. Violation of terms of service. No explanation given. Anyone who has a YouTube channel has maybe not faced this, but has probably faced a video that's been demonetized and not given an explanation. So he began a series of tweets at Joe Rogan, at Rubin Report, at Steven Crowder, at samharris.org. I've been locked out of YouTube in my personal account. Violations of terms of service. I cannot post new YouTube videos, including last week's biblical lecture. No access. At least for now, the videos are still up. Mr. Peterson's appearance on podcast star Joe Rogan's channel, along with Dave Rubin of the Rubin Report and Steven Crowder's Louder with Crowder, have also tallied millions of views. Mr. Rogan immediately shared the news with his 3.45 million followers, and Mr. Rubin demanded YouTube fix this ASAP. Let me be very clear that in the past, Jordan Peterson has been actually a huge advocate for LGBTQ rights. He is a huge advocate of gay rights. He believes that it is just a biological thing. Some people are born liking men, some people are born liking women. He's not a judgmental guy at all. He doesn't have a judgmental bone in his body. He's done lectures on defending this community. The professor, who often speaks on the dangers of moral relativism, has a loyal following, particularly among young men who cheer his calls to embrace personal responsibility, virtue, and truth. He says, it seems to me that the ability to post video lectures online with the ability to reach hundreds of thousands or even millions of people, and for that to happen in a more or less permanent form, is a revolution equivalent to the Gutenberg press. I said this on his Patreon page. Please go to his Patreon page. I highly advise to support this guy. I now have more than 6 million views on my YouTube channel. That's incomparably more people than have bought my book or read my papers. So maybe that's the real future of education, particularly given what the universities have done with social sciences and humanities. Why not educating everyone? And then he's got some tweets. I said, Google is refusing to reinstate my account. Violations of terms of service, no explanation given. Please, if you look into this and you agree with this, please go to Jordan Peterson's Twitter and follow him. I can see he has an article posted, YouTube working with ADL to shut down free speech. Mr. Peterson's account was eventually reinstated. And I just read this actually before I started this, as news of the shutdown spread across social media platforms, although no reason was given by Google. Of course there wasn't. There's never a reason given by Google. My Gmail YT account is back. Why was it shut down? Who knows? Why did they refuse to reinstate it? Who knows? Why did they turn it back on? And I actually started doing this story this morning, and it's been updated just in the few minutes since I pulled this up. So he says, I've had that account for the last 15 years, he told the Daily Caller. All of my correspondence is in that account. It's hundreds of thousands of emails from people all over the world. But the fact that they reviewed it and then decided my account is not eligible to be reinstated indicates to me either this is a curious mistake or that something that's political going on is associated with censorship. I think it's pretty clear if you look at the new guidelines for YouTube and how vague they are that they're definitely censoring some people, and this was not a mistake. If this was a mistake, there would be, when there's this big a blowback, there would have been an announcement from Google or YouTube. So there's somebody there that knows it's not a mistake, and they don't want them to come out and talk about it. Otherwise, they would clear the air. And trust me, they're probably not going to. And if they do later, after this much later, I don't believe anything they say. And they can ban my goddamn account. I could care less. But we have to watch out for free speech and the right for free speech. It's under attack in Canada right now. It's obviously under attack in the U.S. on YouTube and Google. So I hope you get something out of this message. I'm pretty fired up today. Leave your comments down below if you agree with me, if you completely disagree with me. Please like and subscribe. Usually my news is pretty non-biased. I try to just give the facts. I'm really heated up today about this. I don't even want to say what I'm feeling because I don't want someone to take it out of context. But I hope you all have a great weekend, and just remember, we can fight for things like this and not allow ourselves to get out of control. And this is just kind of, I rant on here to you guys just to get this out of my system. So hopefully you can find something that, you know, you can get this out of your system without negatively affecting other people. And like I said, have a good week, guys. I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.